Well, after that, let's take a look at pick number 6. With the 6th pick in this year's draft, we have the Serial Killers.
The Serial Killers, coming off of an up-and-down year last year. Started real cold last year. Came out a little hotter at the end of the year. But in their career, the 3 years that they've been in this league, they've struggled to have consistency. I think more of the same this year. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. We'll have to see if they can actually put together a good year and then a long playoff run.
We'll see. Time will tell. With the 5th pick in the AFFL draft order lottery, we have Fragile Mice.
Now, the Fragile Mice are one of those teams that brings it every single year. It's hard to imagine this year that there will be anything different. Last year's runner-up, we'll see that they'll bring another strong year, another strong team, and I think everyone expects them to be right up there in title contention.
This year, coming probably one of the weakest divisions this year. I still don't foresee them getting out of their division and making the playoffs. A bottom feeder this year, Catfish, coming off the bottom. We'll see. Maybe they'll get lucky. Last year was a lightning strikes only once in the same place, right? So it can't happen again.
All right, well, let's see what happens with pick number 4. With the 4th pick in this year's draft is the Disabled.
The Disabled, 2 years, played disabled, barely got out of the season with winning 2 games. Last year they had a much better season. They did make the playoffs, getting 3rd in their division last year. So a strong comeback year for the Disabled. But again, inconsistencies. It's hard to tell if they're going to be able to keep up that consistency from last year and keep up that momentum into the coming 2012-2013 year. What do you think, Ben?
Well, I think everyone in the Morningside division is playing for second, with the Fragile Mice being such a strong team. But as they say, the Morningside division sent 3 teams to the playoffs last year, including the Disabled. So we'll see if this year they can get it done again in such a strong division.
With the 3rd pick in the AFFL Fantasy Draft Lottery, we have Brad Stutzman.
Now, Brad is a team, like I said, in the Morningside division. He's going to have some stiff competition, but we'll see what he can bring this year. It'll be interesting to see how he competes with such legends as the Fragile Mice.
And again, coming from, as I discussed, probably the weakest division in the league, Brad Stutzman coming out of retirement after a year away. The question in hand is going to be his conditioning, and how good a shape he's in this year for this. I don't think he's ready to come back from this retirement. I think he's going to struggle this year, just like the rest of the Morningside division. Awesome. And now we have a special presentation from our league champion from last year, Mr. Matt Oster. Matt, would you please take it away?
Good evening, this is Matt Oster, team manager for your champion, the Fumbling Elephants. Last year was an epic year, filled with trials and tribulation, from Jamal Charles going on injured reserve to Drew Brees' epic championship performance against the Fragile Mice, leading to championship victory. It is with great honor that I am here to present this year's #1 draft pick. And so without further ado, let's look who and see who the pick is. And this year's #1 draft pick goes to Braids, 421. Congratulations, Jason, and best of luck to you and the rest of the teams in this year's Fantasy Football League.
Thanks, Mr. Matthew Oster, for that epic presentation. And now, with pick number 2 is Jerry's Uncle Steve. Jerry's Uncle Steve comes to the league, new to the league this year, but not new overall. After co-managing Blue Men of Minch last year and Jerry's team number 2 years ago, Jerry's Uncle Steve has split ways with Jerry, as Jerry has went on to take on the Immortals. Jerry's Uncle Steve also has his own team this year. Looking for an exciting start and a new beginning as he starts his epic journey with the league. And as Matt said, go ahead, Deputy Commissioner Ben Wickman.
Braids 421. I don't know about you, Coty. Kind of reminds me of the Philadelphia Eagles. Such high preseason expectations, only to kind of disappoint throughout the year.
Last year, they had all the hype around them coming into the league with Michael Vick and several other starters. Had a lot to live up to, and obviously they didn't live up to it in the end. Having one of the worst records for 3/4 of the season. Got a little hot at the end of the year, but overall the season was much of a disappointment. Wouldn't you say so, Ben?
I would.
Excellent. And now our closing remarks. Just a reminder, get ready for the 2012-2013 season. I hope you guys are all excited for some awesome fantasy football this year. As a reminder, the live online draft is at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, August 25th, 2012. And the last thing is that if you can't make the draft, please make sure that you pre-rank your players before doing so. And now, a couple lasting moments of the Barry Sanders Memorial Trophy to leave you with. Thank you, and good night.